3 years ago, Gloria's 23-year-old daughter, Shakeda, passed away. But to this day, Gloria still has questions about her daughter's death. And she believes that her two other daughters, Altia and Teresa, know exactly what happened to Shakeda.
On October 28th, 2015, my mom called me to tell me that my sister's in the hospital. She had an overdose. It was ruled out as an unsolved homicide. Her skull was cracked. My mom's grieving, so she needs someone to blame. I'm just not understanding why it's me. I want to be able to trust my mom. I want to be able to be in her presence without feeling like she's up to something or got something in the back of her mind. It's uncomfortable to know that your safe place is no longer your safe place.
Gloria, first of all, I'm really sorry to hear about your daughter. That's one of your other daughters on tape. What do you have to say?
I do believe she knows something. From day one that my daughter passed, and when this happened to her, there was no emotions, nothing there from her. When I got the phone call, the person said that my daughter T overdosed in their bathroom, and I was confused. I thought they were talking about Tia, and asked where he lived at, and he gave the address, and it was my daughter Shakeda.
When did you find out about the damage to her skull?
The chief of ICU came out and sat and talked with us, me and the family, and explained to us that he had been running tests every minute, and there was nothing in her system to cause an overdose. And I needed to find out what happened to her. He said that it shows in the medical file that, the medical record, that she was hit in the back of the head with a hard object, and that's what brought her into a cardiac arrest. The police did investigate. They spoke with the guy, and his story was that Shakeda asked to use the bathroom, and his room is there. The door was open. She asked for some toilet paper. He said he gave her the toilet paper, walked away, and heard a loud bang. He turned around, toilet paper rolling out the bathroom.
What makes you think that your other daughters might have something to do with her death?
I think they know something. And the reason why I believe Tia knows something is because she described everything that happened in the house of the paramedic. And she had a whole 5 diary writing about what happened. And then she isolated. She didn't give the family no support. She didn't come around for the memorial service. She started fighting at the hospital when she was on life support. A lot of things that she did that had me wondering, what did she know? I believe Tia was there.
But she said she wasn't?
She said she wasn't, because where I picked Tia up at, when I called her and let her know that where we were going, I picked her up around the corner from the street where Shakeda was.
Did Shakeda have a drug problem?
Yes, she did. She was doing heroin after her friend got killed. And she had got hooked on it real bad. And I told her I was gonna Section 35 her. She was like, "Mommy, I will go." The next day, she wouldn't answer her phone, but I found out where she was at, and I did. I went to police, and they brought her in. So she was clean for 31 days when this happened to her. If one of them fell, and for some reason, I just feel in my heart that I feel Tia's gonna fail. I just felt that.
Really? How do you think that makes me feel? I'm an enemy in my own family.
I'm not saying you had anything to do with anything. I'm saying that you know something. I believe that. I told you that. You wanted to fight me. You didn't come to the memorial. What is it that you still won't tell us? What?
Tell you what? I had nothing to do with it.
Your mother believes not that you did something, but that you know something.
It's very hurtful. It's uncomfortable.
It's hurtful?
Yeah.
You're showing pain now?
Just because I wasn't showing emotions then?
How was I supposed to feel?
You didn't even come around us.
Everybody grieves different.
That's what you said day one. You didn't even come around us. You didn't give nobody support. You walked in a funeral home disguised.
Your mother believes that you were at the house that
I was
your
not.
sister passed away. So you never were there?
I was not there.
What was your relationship like with your sister?
We had a good relationship. At the end of it, we parted ways.
Why?
She had a group of friends, I had my group of friends. We just parted ways.
But you parted ways with your sister. This isn't a friend we're talking about.
I know.
It's a family member. You believe that your other sister, Teresa, was involved?
I believe that the actions that led up before my sister passed and the fact that that was that my sister
Who
was
that
with.
she was with?
Right.
How dare you bring me on TV and try to tell anybody that had anything to
I
do with
didn't bring you
Chiquita's
here.
death?
I didn't bring
yes,
you here.
Yes, you did. You kind of.
No, I did not.
Because
I
all
didn't
your
bring you here.
actions
Mom
led
brought you
up to
here.
this.
Mom brought
your
you
actions
here.
led up to this. You were the
Your
reason.
actions.
You're the reason why
Your
me and
action.
Chiquita fell out in the first place.
How am I the reason?
You brought your peoples over to my house. I'm like, oh, let's bring her over here. Let's get
You're
her
full
this, do that.
full
We got into our little
You're full
argument. Chiquita was not talking
you giving,
of an
bitch.
incident where she tried to take something from me and I tried to get her out of my house. And I'm not trying to put all her business out there because I love her. And I would never put her name in vain because I love her. Let her rest in peace. But I
So
was
let her.
upset and I
What are
pushed
you
her
giving?
out. And then I didn't want to speak to her no more. Next thing you know, I hear, Kita's in the hospital right now. I flew over there because I wasn't around her, and now I'm feeling bad because maybe I should have been around, and this would have never happened. So when I start hearing, oh, Teresa has something to do with it, I hear you texting our other sister like, oh, she did this, and she probably got a conspiracy because they wasn't talking. You sound dumb. You sound really dumb.
Teresa, you came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked you, were you involved in any way in your sister's death? You answered no. You told the truth.
You always want to put something out there because you ain't getting no attention. Won't you just leave it be? Won't
Bitch,
you
if I
just,
didn't have to
won't
fight
you
for
come
my
to
mom's love that
memorials?
you were
Won't you
sucking?
come? What?
Yeah.
What you just say?
If I didn't have to fight for my mom's love, you have a whole mom.
You're mad,
No,
mad.
you're mad.
You're
hope
mad,
you
mad. Because I could get that hug right now.
Altia came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked her, did you cause your sister Shakita's death? She answered no. Did you have anything to do with your sister Shakita's death? She answered no. Do you have knowledge of what caused your sister Shakita's death? She answered no. The results came back the same to each and every question, and it came back that Altia told the truth.
Oh, God, thank you. All this between you two is because of Chiquita. Because you were pointing fingers at her, and you kept saying it was her. You kept saying that.
She kept saying it was me.
I never
But
said
you-
nothing like
no,
that. No, I never did.
she never-
Don't say that. I never did.
Y'all were sisters before this happened to Chiquita, regardless, at the end of the day, of what life y'all had did in that time. This anger between you two gotta stop. I brought Teresa here because of you. I didn't bring her here because I felt she had anything to do with it. I brought her here because of you. You felt that I shouldn't bring you and not bring her. And that was why I brought her here. Now that I know that neither one of y'all know what happened to her, this right here needs to stop. Because at the end of the day, this is my child and you're my child through birth. Y'all grew up together.
What if Shakita could spend 2 minutes on the stage? Would she want you two to be at odds with each other, hate each other, speak to each other the way you did? Or would she say, now that I'm gone forever, I want you two to be there for each other?
Yep. Come on, please, God, please. Because I need to call her both of you. I love you both. I love both of y'all.
I really am glad. And listen, It's one of the most heartwarming moments we've ever had on the stage to see two sisters reconcile like that. So I wish you all the luck, and I'm very glad that you came on the show.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.